Today is day 109 of the year of streaming and learning to code. We are continuing on here at Codecademy. We are now 25% of the way through learning AngularJS 1.x. Currently on directives. So we went through, we saw, although they have all kinds of fun paid stuff, there's actually not too much free content here within Angular. There are the 5 and 6 are all paid, so again, we've got all the way to 4, one lesson in each section. We finished our first app yesterday, and we are continuing on here with directives. And that's basically it. So that's all the backstory for today. So we're gonna hit the ground running. Let's go. Let's do this. Go time. Load her up. Hopefully. She's thinking. She is thinking. Maybe. There we go. We've got instructions. There. Look at that. Look at that. We got Uratang. 1, 2, and 3. Beautiful. 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 All right. 8 sections. Directives, built-in stuff, install app, and generalizations. Cool. From the top. Here's an AngularJS app for a mobile app store. In the controller main controller.js, there are 3 objects. $scope.move. That's right, we're going to work on not saying the dollar sign. There are 3 objects: scope.move, scope.shutterbug, and scope.gameboard, that each contain info about an app, like its title and price. In the view index.html, in the .main section, each app is displayed inside a .card div. But looking at the view, the same code is written over and over again to display each app. This is repetitive and error-prone. Let's fix this. Bad code. Bad. But we're here to try and put out the flames of confusion. Hopefully. Instructions. 1. In the new file, JS directives app info somewhere. What? No. Good. Off to a confusing start. Lead with your worst foot. Isn't that the saying? Yeah, right? I know that's what we live by. JS directives. Okay, so we're getting there. We are getting there. There's 2 kinds of app. We want appinfo.js. We've got JS directives, appinfo.js. Das gut? Okay. Good. In the new file, blah, 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 type in this code. We will type it. There's limited stuff. Are we going to type this? What about a thorough glancing? We should type. Typing is our friend. App.directive, appinfo, function, return, restrict scope info equals template URL, JS directives, appinfo.html. We will type out this. We'll type out this. We'll see what happens in the ones to come. App.directive comma functions. Well, function. It doesn't like what we have to say about that. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, it will like what we have to say about it in the future. We're just not there yet. Cool. That's much better. Return more curly braces followed by a comma. This gets its own stuff. And let's start piecing this together. So line by line. App info. Return restrict. So we have no idea what's actually happening aside from fixing stuff. We're fixing something, but we're not exactly certain what we're fixing just yet. Scopity scope, comma. Comma after you. Info. All right, and now after info, then we've got our next bit, template, URL, colon, single. We're gonna steal that. We can take that bit, copy. All right. There's a bit of frustration here. Oh, it's a semicolon, not a comma. My bad. Issue resolved. Go ahead and run that. All right. Maybe it's thinking. It's thinking. Cool. Good. Green check mark. Awesome. Off to a decent start. 2. Include this new JavaScript file in index.html in line 48 as a script element. Okay. Line 48. Directives. Tab. Script. And script. So source equals, hey little cat, try not to destroy anything. How are you doing? You just wake up from your nap? Yeah, you woke up from your nap. You're probably here for another nap, but that's okay. You gonna sleep on the bed, or you gonna dive under the desk like normal? Maybe. You're just thinking about scratches. That's cool. You do you, little kitty. You do you. As long as it doesn't involve clawing me. Yeah, you want sleep time. Go for it. It's all you. Come on. Yeah, you're a good cat. You need motivation? There you go. Just don't claw my chest or put your tail in my mouth. Little cat, I'm trying to be civil with you. I love you. But you're, nope, you're typing things with your feet. You're losing points. You're on the edge, little cat. Nope. We're at the beginning of the stream. Wrong. You're going to the bed. I love you. Oh, how quickly things turn here with little kitty. No. Don't resist the love. I know. We're all sad about it. Go nap on the bed. You've already ruined the code. And the mic setup. And possibly the webcam. What's that? No room on the desk. Oh, interesting. Yeah, no. Guess what, cat? Go away. Yeah, try that on size. Okay, we're good. You're happy? She's gone, thank God. Gone. She's 6 inches to the left of me on the floor, circling me like a shark. It's like a great white. It's awful. Okay. Is that relatively decent. Where were we? We were falling apart. We were in the middle of falling on our face. Wow, Cat. That's what you wrote? Just beautiful. Just beautiful. I don't think that's going to run, but let's reset the exercise. Is it going to ruin everything? Let's just fix the script. Let's fix the script. You know what? We're going to do Command Z until we feel better about life. There we go. There we go. That's good. Equals. We're off to an okay corrective state. No. You jump back up, you furry demon. Right as I fix it, you jump back up, and you move the mic again. You got 2 out of 3. You're shooting for the trifecta. What is it going to be? Stepping on the keyboard? Yeah, stepping on the keyboard. Can't believe it. She's just awful. I'm just going to pretend that she's not here. Her vision is based off movement. Like a T-Rex. Shh. We're quiet. She'll go away. Will you just go down? Oh my god, and smacking the freaking webcam. Little kitty. No. Hey, I love you. This is for your own good. This is for your own good. Listen to me. Listen to me. No. Why are you making this so awkward? You have so many little claws. I'm going to set you down. We're going to get a better hold on you. There you go. At some point, we'll get back to coding. This always happens. This is awful. She's moving. I think she's finally taken the hint. She should sleep on the bed. Okay. Mostly decent. No, she's circling back. God damn, why is it as soon as we get everything situated? Okay, no. She's anchored herself onto the bed. That, right there. No. That. There's a cat in this general vicinity. Cool. Alright. The kitty has successfully been shunned into her own spot on the bed. Beautiful. Trying to piece our lives together. What are we supposed to do? Controllers, directives. Isn't it the same thing? Isn't that what we were pulling from? No, we're pulling from JS directives /appinfo.js. So, if I were a file, it would be JS /directives. Directive or directives? Tough one. You know, we can take this. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. I know we were so close, but little kitty threw off all of our sane thinking. I think we're starting to level out again. Hopefully, we get the green check mark. Nope, hates everything we're trying to do. Did you include the JS directives appinfo.js? Oh, I did .html instead of JS. That's okay, hold on. We'll fix it. We will fix it. We'll get there. JS. Now, we should be back on track. There is, ta-da, there is a calm in the room again. Thank God. Alright, in the new file, JS directives appinfo.html, type in this HTML to display an app's info in the new file JS directives appinfo.html. So I need to open the HTML version, right? Pretty sure that's what's supposed to happen. Appinfo.html, yes, good. Here's this. Type in blah. I will type out the first two. I will make a trade with Codecademy. Image class equals doubles icon ng hyphen source equals double quotes. Then we've got our double 1 2 space space. Oh, and it completed the double curly braces for us. How cool is that? That's so interesting. Info.icon. Info.icon. I don't know why sometimes the code editor is so handy in creating, finishing the closing tag or the other set, the ending set of the syntax, whatever's needed. You know what I mean, right? Sometimes it does all that cool stuff. Sometimes it doesn't. I don't know why it's so inconsistent, for lack of a better word. Actually, I think that's the perfect word for the situation, but it's a mystery to me. It's probably not a mystery at all, but I don't know the answer to it. H2s followed by, within the first tag, the opening H2 tag, we have class equals quotes title followed by 1 2. What the hell happened there? Now there's no double quotes or double curly braces. Fucking A. Exactly what I'm talking about. It's gotta be me. It must be something with having to do how I'm typing or using the editor. 99% of the time, it's my fault. And that might not be the case, but good rule of thumb. Yeah, hopefully that flies, and then we're going to copy the last two. And if it blows up our face, then we'll just copy the whole entire code block. Alright, that looks relatively similar. We're going to run it. Cool. Green check mark. In index.html, boom, indexed. Replace the contents of the first card div. First card div. With the new app info element. Div equals card. App info move. Div. I think I'm confused. So the first card div, cool, here. And we're replacing all this nonsense with this guy. That's, I think, what they're trying to get us to do. See? Again, I seem concerned for such a straightforward request. You've got to realize the last 108 days leading up to this, or building up to this, their instructions have been terribly confusing. Helpful at times, a lot of the times, it's extremely cryptic. And the basic instructions are usually the ones where, the larger ones where there's more detail, usually there's like a little nugget in there, like, oh, view this, or copy this, or just hit enter. Those ones, the larger ones, are usually the easier to read ones. It's the straightforward new ones, or the ones that appear to be straightforward. Type this. I wouldn't say 9 times out of 10, but more often than not, there's some piece of info missing. It makes a nightmare, but that's okay. I digress. We'll digress. Moving on. We're running it. Good, good. 4, success. That wasn't one of those moments, fortunately. Thank God. 5, do the same for the second and third card divs. Like that, there is no third card. Piece of missing info. Ta-da! But we put it in ourselves. So, cool. Well, I guess there is a third card. What's happening? Did I totally miss the first card? Something's going down. I don't even know. The point is that it hurts. Everything hurts. Game board icon. No, that is the first one. So the first one is 2. Maybe I missed it. I missed it. That's what's happening. Let's do Command Z. No, that's main. That's the class main. Div class card. Div class card, div class card. Okay, there are 3. My bad. I focused on the div class main, totally looked past the div class card, and looked after the break. That was on me. My bad. But still. Sticking to my guns. Their instructions have been confusing. We've seen it. We've captured it. There's 108 days of confusion. Alright, continuing on. So we're going to fix this. That's the other thing. They said replace the contents of the first dot card div with the new. So why the hell did they give us the green check mark for when we did the second one? Right? No? Who can answer that? I know I can't. Passing out green check marks like they mean nothing. Of course they mean nothing. Hear that, little kitty? Yeah, she's totally passed out. Of course she is. Onwards. Alright, we are determined to learn. Focus. We're trapped on page 1. We need to make it past page 1. We're going to hit run. It's going to give us an angry check mark for 5. But the fact that green is still, or 4 is still green is good. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. Do the same for the second and third card divs. Replace their contents with app info shutterbug app info and app info game board. So this, respectively, I take it, would be shutterbug B and game board. V. View the AngularJS app browser by typing. What the? Open link in new tab. Run this. Apparently it liked what we did. I don't know why it tried to open nonsense here. Localhost. I'm so confused. Oh, they're inside there. It's referencing. Gotcha, because that's where we're working out of. Alright. Good. Embrace the confusion, Steven. This is what we wanted. Onwards. 2 of 8. Yesterday was 11. We thought 8 was going to be... No. Deuce, are we on to 3? Who's driving this thing? Oh, there were no instructions for 2. That's why. Aside from click next, but we'll get there. Story time, learn. All right, what did we just do? We wrote code to teach browser a new HTML element, app info, and used it in the view to display each app's details. First, in JS-appinfo.js, we made a new directive. We use app.directive to create a new directive named appinfo. It returned an object 3 options. 1, restrict specifies how the directive will be used in the view. The E means it will be used as a new HTML element. 2, scope specifies that we will pass information into this directive through an attribute named info. The equal sign tells the directive to look for an attribute named info in the app info element, like this: app info, shutterbug, closing app info tag. The data in info becomes available to use in the template given by template URL. 3, template URL specifies the HTML to use in order to display the data in scope.info. Here, we use the HTML in JS directives, appinfo.html, looking at JS/directives/appinfo.html, we define the HTML to display details about an app, like its title and price. We use expressions and filters to display the data. Then, in index.html, we use the new directives as the HTML element, appinfo. We pass in objects from the controller's scope.shutterbug, into the appinfo element's info attribute so that it displays. Okay. Mostly okay. All right. We've got appinfo. We've got index in all of its glory, and then appinfo.html, all that fun stuff. All right. We're clicking next. We're moving on. 3 of 8. 2 having no instructions makes up for the hell of section 1, so that's slightly redeeming. Why is creating your own directives useful? 1, readability. Directives let you write expressive HTML. Looking at index.html, you can understand the app's behavior just by reading the HTML. 2, reusability. Directives let you create self-contained units of functionality. We could easily plug in this directive into another AngularJS app and avoid writing a lot of repetitive HTML. Instructions. In the controller, there's a new property, scope.forecast. Display this property in the view by creating another div class card element containing an app info element. All right, so we are forging a 4th one. That's what's happening. So we are basically just going to we're going to actually copy, should we copy 2 and put it as 3, or copy 3 and put it as 4? Let's copy 3 and put it as 4. Yeah, that's good. So div class card, game board, containing an app info. And looking at main controller, I get the feeling that it will be forecast. Forecast. I know that's not part of the instructions, but yes, there's a new property, scope.forecast. Display this property. Okay, I just wasn't paying attention, but yes, that's exactly what we needed to do. So cool. Let's go ahead and run that. All is well. I thought we were ahead of the curve. No, we're just falling on our face in confusion right alongside it, which is good, which means we're on track, because that's how the last 108 days have been. All right, webcam perfectly blocking that section of the screen, but we can see it's there. Forecasted, beautiful. Next, for okay, making progress. We know that AngularJS comes with a few built-in directives like ng-repeat and ng-click. We've seen that AngularJS makes it possible to create your own custom directives such as app-info. We can use Angular's built-in directives together with custom directives to create more readable apps. For reference, here's how to use ng-repeat. Div ng-repeat product and products, image ng-source equals product.cover, paragraph, class, equals title, double curly braces, product name, then the closing tags. Cool. So, 1. Instructions. In the controller, create a new property, scope.apps. In the controller, nice, create a new property, scope.apps, set it equal to an array of objects. All right, so we're going to do... I guess just shoving in a new scope.apps like it ain't no thing. Equals. I get curly. Boom. Semicolon. Spacity space. We're going to take our beautiful array they've provided for us. That mostly something seems off. Yeah. And tab and tab again. That seemed better. That seems slightly better. Should this have a semicolon? No. There's a disturbance in the force. Something is wrong. Maybe we don't need the outer curly braces. Maybe we just needed the array? Does that seem right? Doesn't seem right. Image icon. Well, let's hover over. Expected an assignment or function call, instead saw expression. Expected a blah, instead saw blah. Expected. There's a lot of expecting going on here. Just saying. Expected a blank and saw this. All I can think of is that it's this first curly brace that's throwing things off. If that's the case, then that should get the semicolon. And all of this, there's no real easy way to move it back. I think it's fine. We're going to go ahead and run it. Hopefully it gives us the green check mark. We've got the green. Good enough for them. Might as well be good enough for us. 2. Add 2 more objects to the array describing your favorite apps. 2 more objects describing your favorite apps. Make sure... Oh, we're adding to the array describing favorite apps. Make sure to define the 4 properties of each app. In the view, use ng-repeat to loop through. Yeah, copy, comma, paste. We just duplicated them. Title. evom. And that's going to be hard. GGUBRETTUHS. Of course, who doesn't love that app? We got Evom and Gerbretus. Yeah, good. It's a phishing app. People do it. We're gonna run that, hopefully. Maybe green check mark? Good, good, good. Alright. In the view, somewhere, in the view, do I need to open up the HTML file? I think I'm confused. I'm going to read through the rest of the instructions. That's probably a good place to start. Reading instructions is our friend. 3. In the view, use ngRepeat to loop through scope.apps and display each element. To do this, add ngRepeat to a div class card, and then use the custom directive app.info to display each element. I want to believe them, but I'm not sure where I should be looking. With the div stuff, I'm going to say let's open up index.html. This feels kind of right. Let's do, in the view, use ngRepeat to loop through, like so, div ngRepeat. Loop through scope apps, and something. Include AngularJS, body, ng, div. That's for the h1s, that's for the header. Class main, class card, this must be, we're getting warmer, Her face may be sore from falling on it so much, but we're going to build up a callus at some point. Our face will be impervious. Although at some point, hopefully it doesn't get too numb, and then we won't be able to notice when we're making mistakes. So, there's a balance. There's a balance. In the view, use ngRepeat to loop through div blah, image blah. That's like right on. So we're doing it like for the div class card, which makes sense. So there's that. So we're adding it to each of those. In the view, use ngRepeat loop through scope.apps and display each element. To do this, add ngRepeat to a div class card, and then use the custom directive app.info to display each element. So I get that I'll be adding ngRepeat next to the class card. My question, though, what the hell am I putting in there? Is it app.info? So ngRepeat equals, it must be app.info. It's gotta be app.info. Yeah. No, that's app.info here. App.info. To do this, add ngRepeat to a blah, and then do blah. Hold on. We've got texty things. Okay, hopefully that should continue. In the view, use ngRepeat. So ngRepeat equals div class card ngRepeat div class card ngRepeat div class card ngRepeat, and maybe they just wanted us to set that bit up. Maybe we don't actually need to add anything further yet here on this page. Okay. Let's pretend 109 days of coding had gone by, and it were my second day of Angular, and I was confused because I wasn't all that focused on the third instruction. That's kind of similar to what we're dealing with right now, because that's exactly what this situation is. So in the view, ngRepeat to loop through blah apps, checkity check, products in product. Like, is this supposed to mean something? That's what I want to know. Can I just put anything in there? ngRepeat product in products. I'm so confused. I don't know what to put in the quotes. I see that they already have app info, so I think we're set. I'm just gonna hit run. Hopefully it gives me an error. We're gonna hit run. If it gives me an error, okay, expected dot card to have an attribute ngRepeat. Well, yeah, no shit. Okay, this is just awful. So I'm now confused, and we're gonna copy this. We're thrown in the towel. Boom. Let's see what our friend Google has to say about this. Built-in custom divs directions. One. We should have opened another tab. Okay. Need help with passing AngularJS exercise 4 built-in customs and directives. I believe the following code I'm implementing ngp correct to display name of objects whose values are blah. The display looks correctly, but I'm not getting a check mark and there's no useful error message. True dat. Please let me know if there's something I'm missing. Please look at code snippets, main, blah, blah. Code is correct. Shows the output. Not getting the check mark. That was August 2016. Aha. The key is delete the other div card like this. Div class main ng controller div class container app in apps. That's what we are looking for right there. God damn it. Is it just an obvious thing? I must have missed it. it wasn't obvious to me. All I've learned here is that I'm not good enough. Or their instructions are lacking, but you know what? It's the apps thing. Maybe that's a given thing. Like here, it was product in products. So if it's app in apps, I don't know. I'm just trying to piece this together with all the information they gave me. It hurts. But let's see what happens. App. And is it only in the first one that we're doing? Was it div container or div card? The key is delete the other div cards like this. Oh, delete all and just have the one and it cycles through all four? Got the solution. Either delete the previous or have only one with the ng repeat in your code. Or put the first, both. Fascinating. App info. Hold on, tiny cat. Info equals app. Info app. So app. We're gonna try this. We're gonna try this app in apps. Da 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 da. Dee 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 dee. Yeah, da da do 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 do. Running. We've got a couple different combinations we can try. Wow, that's a lot of everywhere. Okay, so it can read it, it can process that. I definitely think they are right in saying that we need to get rid of all this noise. Let's try just app and run that. Get. Okay, we get a smattering of different things. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. And lastly, what should we do? We should comment out using, oh, that is not right at all. Yeah da da da, yeah da 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 da, da 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 da, yeah da 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 da. Shouldn't there be? Did I miss a step? Clearly, I'm forgetting how to comment things out in HTML. Alright, c'est la vie. We will get rid of that. Oh god, Z1 and back. We will remove this. Cut. Run that. How's that feel? That also looks stupid. Things a lamp would say. Why did it give us a green check mark with all that stuff? Info. App. You know what? This is right. It's supposed to have all four of those because we copied it. We copied two of them are the same as the other ones. You know what I mean? Like this is right technically. Let me do what was it? Command Z. Alright, I was confused because they have four different images. For Shutterbug, they had Move, Shutterbug, Game Board, and then Forecast. And then for apps, they wanted all four. or for me to add 2 of my own, but I copied 2 of them. So that's why it's the same photo for both. So I thought I messed up the code, but no, because I didn't choose a good example, it looks strange for the remaining 2, because it repeats itself because I basically repeated the code. So that's what's going on. So all is well on section 4. Crisis averted. Crisis averted. So they really want all this stuff gone, is that right? Well, it still ran with everything there. It just looked kind of strange, see? You know, we had all this, we had all that. So, ugly. They said to delete everything. Let's see what section 5 wants us to do. They're so goddamn confusing. I don't know why their instructions are so convoluted. Being kind. Directives are a core feature of AngularJS. So we've used custom directives to simply display static content, but they can do much more than this. It's possible to bake interactivity into directives. Let's start creating another directive that reacts to a user's click. Instructions. In the new file, JS directives install app.js, create a new directive named install app. Refer to the app info directive for an example. Use app.directive to create a new directive named install app. Use restrict option to create a new element. Use the scope option to empty object. Use the template URL option to tell this directive to use JS directives install app.html. Then I'm going to go ahead and read through the gray, the fog of war, if you will. Include this new JavaScript file in index.html as a script element, and then 3, install app directive, add a 4th option named link, and type in the following function. Okay, all that fun stuff. This still looks hilariously dumb, and my way of figuring out if 4 correct, we're going to take code, the decent code. The deuce is index.html. We'll get there. We will get there. Copy from ng to app. Copy, copy, copy. Reset exercise. Yes. Oh, we have to do everything again. They just have the. I don't understand the term. Screw that noise. It's all paid help. That you'd rather burn. Cancel. So the first one, create the object index. Blah diddly blah. Let's do from here. Space. From there to move. Paste. Alright, okay, we're gonna get there. We are going to get there, damn it. In the controller, create a new scope. I know we already did this. Scope, apps. Copy. Boom. Equals lovely array of objects, copy, equals, let's drop it down 1, paste all that noise in there. We will tab over twice. Come on, trackpad. 1, 2, and colon. We will run that. And 1, complete. Add 2 more objects to the array, describing your favorite apps. Make sure to define the 4 properties of each app. Let's go ahead and take Yeah, da 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 da, yeah, da 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 dee. Copy. Come on. Copy. Okay, okay. Enter. Tab. Paste. Evom. And Gabrutush. Beautiful. Title really rolls off the tongue. All seems mostly well there. Go ahead and run that. Now we already set up. This should trigger 3. So let's go ahead and get rid of the other 3 now. Cut. Main. Run. 2 gets green and 3 gets green, so we don't need the other ones. Cool. We're just focusing on scope.apps right now. Scope.apps. Right. Scope.apps works. So let's go ahead and move to next. Directives are a core feature of Angular. From the top, once more, just a clean slate. Never-ending nightmare. Directives are a core feature of AngularJS. So far, we've used custom directives to simply display static content. But they can do more than this. It's possible to bake interactivity into directives. Let's start creating another directive that reacts to a user's click. We're going to do this bit by bit. In the new file, JS directives install app, which is where we're at now, create a new directive named install app. So I want to check directives, app info. So that's what we're looking at guide-wise. So app.directive app info function. So create a new directive named install app, refer to app info. I'm trying to figure out where I name the install app. Use app.directive to create the new file named install app. So, okay, so install app is going to be that first parameter. So app directive. See, we'll get there. I mean, it's painful because I'm clueless, but we'll slowly make progress. Function. Here we go. That drops down. All right, that's tolerable. App directive, install app, copy. Use the restrict option to create a new element. So return restrict. Set the scope option to an empty object. So it'll be empty, no info. Use the template URL. So very, very similar formatting to this. Return. Was it equals or colon? It was nothing, just a curly brace. All wrong. Terrible. Did it get a quote? No, it got a comma. A comma. So a comma after return. And this is not scope, but restrict. set the scope. I think we do E again. I think that's just protocol. Scope. And was equal. It was colon. The memory of a goldfish right now. But scope stays empty. Which means this gets the semicolon, and this is what's getting the comma. Because then it goes to template. We could drop this down. That's fine. And then we can do template here, down on 7. Template URL Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, I really gotta put in the effort today. This one, you gotta want it. Really gotta want it. Angular is for winners. That's what I've learned. Not for the faint of heart. So we're running that. Holy hell, we got a green check mark after all that. Thank God. Okay, so that's cool. 2, include a new JavaScript file in index.html as a script element. So go ahead and let's wait about the info thing. So we're going to leave app info open. Let's go ahead and do index.html. That's one of the directives, correct? And this new JavaScript file, install app, yeah, this is a directive. So it goes down here. And we're gonna call it install app.js. Let's remember to change the HTML at the end. JS. Cool. Let's run that. Fingers crossed. All should be well in the universe. And it is. Nice. Green check mark. Good. Don't get ahead of yourself, Steven. Don't get cocky, kid. Right? Star Wars? They're escaping. You'll figure it out. In the install app directive, add a 4th option named link and type in the following function. Whoa, what? No. In the install app directive, add a 4th option named link. Type in the following function. What are they talking about? It's returning this. 1, 2, 3, comma, gotta be this. Link. 4. And they want it to be a function of all this. And we're tabbing. That seems relatively okay. Barely acceptable. Let's run. Wait, we're getting beef. What is the beef? Missing semicolon. Expected an assignment or function call and instead saw an expression. This is all falling apart. Do they have computer programming at Hogwarts? I wonder if being a wizard would help with programming. I don't think so. What the f is happening here? What is this? We gave it what it wanted. Should I just delete it? Expected an assignment instead saw. I don't know what they're talking about. Maybe it's link equals something. Should we try equals? Yeah, that's also bad. Maybe this should get a semicolon. No. Use. What if I delete it? That doesn't help anybody. I don't know what that means. Yep, no, fuck you. Okay, here come the tears. So... Fuck this. We're gonna get there. Why is that sitting there? Why do we have a green check mark? This is not providing comforting confidence. Anything with a C, it's not providing. That's what we're getting at. It's not cool. See? More C letter words. The cat doesn't like it. We're on a roll. We are on a roll. Times. Think about what you did, Codecademy. Confusion. It's also a frustrating C word. Alright, moving on. For some reason, that's how it was supposed to be. Alright, we used app.directives to create a new directive name install app. Somehow, magically. Been a cloud of confusion this whole friggin' lesson. But we're moving on. The directive contains 3 options: restrict, scope, and template URL that we saw before in the app info directive. It also contains a 4th option, link. Link is used to create the interactive directives between that response to the users. Just kidding. It's all lie and I'm now confused. The second bullet, it also contains a 4th option, link, that is used to create interactive directives that respond to the user's actions. The only thing I can think of is that I made it capital link, like a variable, and it's lowercase. Nope, it's lowercase. Confused. Get all. This is awful. Why does it hurt so much? Why did I decide to do this? It's okay. We've been learning. It's been 109 days of learning. It's for the best. Been interesting. This is just one of the many painful days we've come across. The link function takes 3 inputs. 1. Scope refers to the directive's scope. Any new properties attached to scope will become available to use in the directive's template. 2. Element refers to the directive's HTML element. And 3... adders, it's gotta be short for something. Attributes. My guess is it's attributes. ATTRS? Oh, it does. Contains the element's attributes. Wow, my selective vision is just spectacular. I totally focused on only this, completely ignored that it's attributes. Oh, and question stuff. J Shell 2. What are you going to build at the end of the year? I'm not too sure. I'm probably going to start working on side project stuff once I conquer Codecademy, and I'm about half-ish way through, kind of, I think. Yeah, because there's, if it loads, she's loading, she's thinking. 4 things across top line, 4 there, so yeah, there's 6 almost full lines. There's missing one lesson at the bottom. 6 lines, I've made it through the top 3 lines of courses that they have to offer, and currently 25% of the way through Angular. So I'm going to try, just as a test project, combining a program or an app with as many languages as possible. I don't know if it's just going to be an overly complex website that just uses a bunch of different languages, just kind of a test bed, a sandbox for me to see what languages work together and which languages don't work together. Yeah, just kind of a nightmare, an amalgamation of many different languages. But from there, once I kind of get a feel of what works, because again, all of my learning has been in the lesson environment here in Codecademy. As comfortable or as uncomfortable as I've felt going through and learning in a given course, that's still a different environment and experience than if I were to just crack open my own side project and start hacking away on my own. So, like, I really like the SAS course that they offered, and CSS is fun and everything, and SAS is really helpful in adding CSS and managing it. But I'm not just going to be, even though I enjoyed that course, probably I'd say that's one of the top 2 to 3 courses that I've enjoyed so far from Codecademy. I don't think I'm going to be focused on purely just a CSS, like app, even though you couldn't just do an app purely out of CSS. You could make it look pretty as hell, your app or your website. But yeah, so my guess, it'll probably be something focused around JavaScript. I'm waiting to see what Ruby has to offer. I think that'll be interesting too. So yeah, that's that. So there's no real still set goal for my end of the year project yet. There's still another like 1 or 2 main phases, feeler stages, before I commit to doing any one particular thing. Not that I have to commit to any one particular thing, but a grand project of sorts. My first large full-scale adventure, if you will. But yeah, good. Could be interesting. Continuing on, we are so close, 6 of 8, but it's taken so long to get here. Damn them with their confusing instructions. Alright, 3, attributes contain the elements attributes. Inside the link function, there are 2 properties, button text and installed, and the function download. We'll use these in the directives template next. 1. Next, write the directives template. In the new file, JS directives install app.html, type the following HTML. In the interest of saving time, we're going to copy this. Boom. There we go. Beautiful. 7. We are on to 7 of 8. We can almost taste the end. Or it's the confusion. We're probably tasting the confusion, but that's all right. The template uses Angular's built-in ng-click directive. When the button is clicked, ng-click will tell AngularJS to run the download function, In the directive, the download function uses the scope.installed property to check if an app is installed. When an app is installed, download does three things: toggles the button active class, changes the button text to uninstall, and changes scope.installed to true. So there's a multiple chain reaction of events happening there. Instructions. Finally, use the new directive in the view in index.html here. Add the new install app element inside the card div under the app info element. Okay, we've got app info. We're going to be doing install app element. Now, my concern is what the hell will it equal? I know we're putting this here, but what exactly did I just add / will be adding? Install app. My initial instinct is it ng click that I'll be adding? Let's find out. Let's hit run. Let's see if they actually give me a helpful error message. Did you use the install app in the view? Yes, to a degree. Maybe they don't like the space we have. I feel like I need to add something like this guy. ng click something or other. Maybe it's ng download? Possibly. Damn. Let's try this. Asking friend Google again. Directives button change install. 7.8 doesn't display stuff. We are so close. I don't understand how to write the HTML code for the implement tag. In my case, insert, but I can't see the button. ng repeat, apps in app, app info, app install app div. Well, I've got that. Replies. Problem solved. It comes from the brackets and the semicolon. My app install app.directive. I hope to believe him, but that doesn't. I think I'm missing a step between where he's at and where this dude's coming from. It works but it makes no sense. Scopey things. Problem solved comes from the brackets and the semicolon. Where the deuce is he adding all this stuff? Scope button text install bracket things. And the semicolons. Hard to tell. Use info equals app is one app in the array. If you use apps, you must redefine HTML. And by getting error, try this. He's got all kinds of fun stuff. Install app info. Oh, you put it inside. Is that really how that functions? That can't be right. That seems wrong. I mean, it's only my second day of Angular, so I'm dumb enough to believe that, so I'm gonna try, but... They said do it on the line below. They even say do it under the thing, so I'm not... But I'm desperate. I need this to work. Run. What the Why? And it didn't just give a green check mark for the first one, it gave a green check mark for the second one, too. Unless... Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Unless it's supposed to be like that. I could actually understand that. Because then it would be under install blah, you know? Like if the indentation, how it drops down. This must be what they're referring to. So that was my bad for not having it drop down a line. I think. I'm probably wrong, but that's how I'm going to justify it in my mind. So let's see what they have for us on page 8. View the AngularJS app in the browser, which we're already viewing it, but we'll go ahead and click on it. Yeah, it's delightful. Lovely. Let's click next. What do we have? Finally, we made it. Holy hell, we got the badge. Thank God, we made it out alive. I mean, I wouldn't say the city made it out completely alive. I'd say like half the city got burnt down. But that's a number I can live with. Right? Well done. An install button now shows up under each app. I think they're lying to us. An install button shows up under each app. Guys, we broke the internet. Something went horribly wrong. When you click the button, it changes to an uninstall button. When you click it again, it changes back to an install button. What can we generalize so far? Their instructions are awful. That's the first thing. But additionally, directives are a powerful way to create self-contained interactive components. Unlike jQuery, which adds interactivity as a layer on top of HTML, AngularJS treats interactivity as a native component of HTML. Okay, gotcha. Good. Clever. So, let's go back to this. We're going to take one more shot at 7. We already got the badge. We're going to open 2, 3, and hope for the best. Clearly, we're not the only people struggling with this. There are forums dedicated to the confusion. I don't really feel bad about it. I managed to display the button. I have 2 problems. One, there's only a small part of the first button, which is clickable. Blah diddly blah. I've tried the if scope installed condition. Then I can change it back. Can you show us? Blah blah blah. Scope download e scopity scope. Ah, that's got a lot of semicolons and stuff. But they told us to just copy it, so maybe that's where that error was coming from. I'm going to chalk it up to they're awful. The same problem. Figured it out, turning off my ad block, reloading the page. Oh, could be ad block. Interesting. Could be ad block. It's probably not. I think I'm just awful. But, yeah, that's cool. I didn't see anything overly helpful on that page. So, button, next. This is in my index. Look at that. This guy here. He knows what's up. This is in my install. Yeah, we had the stray things going on. There should be more. So are we supposed to be opening other tabs? Let's go back to 7. They only reference one tab. Unless we missed something on the other ones. You know what? That's okay. We're gonna let this all fall apart. Let's do that. Let's open up ones. This one was actually fairly, I can't identify where I'm missing. Scope installed equals true. Change scope installed equals true. Script directives install. Source. No, my button wouldn't display until I moved. Script source. No, no, no. We had that. God damn it. Exercise 7 will not display button if you had ad blockers. Damn, that's probably it. Bring back out. That's okay. Day 109 ends with a terrible crash and burn. Horrific. The city is left in smithereens. No one survived. 109. The day will go down in infamy. Day 1010 has the potential to be better. Services. Use services to communicate with a server. Start lesson. We will gander at what is on the horizon for tomorrow. And there's only 3 things for tomorrow. Looks like we'll be doing 2 sections tomorrow, unless there's 95 instructions for each section, which is extremely possible. So far, we've made an AngularJS app by adding data to a controller and then displaying it in a view. But what happens when the data contains hundreds of items, or if it's constantly changing like weather or financial data? Hard coding data into a controller won't work anymore. A better solution is to read the live data from a server. We can do this by creating a service tomorrow. Good, good, good. Let's close out of those. Let's see where we stand stat-wise for day 109. As day 109 concludes to an end, we are currently 50% of the way through AngularJS and confused as ever. We have 1,252 points and 175 badges. Good, good times. Wow, that list is definitely growing. 3 months ago, 3 months ago, 2 months ago, 1, 19, 13, 2 days ago. Awesome. Making progress. Slowly but surely. It's hurt, it's been painful, but it's progress nonetheless. With that said, J-Shell, thank you for stopping by. Anyone else who may have ventured in here to view the stream, greatly appreciate it. And that's about it for day 109. We are going to stop the stream. Are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah. Kill it.